friends, welcome to the channel. This is Top Educator. Today I am going to revise you CBSE 10th Standards first chapter Science, that is chemical reactions and equations. Before going to the topic, just like my video and share my video. So let's start. In your daily life, you might be familiar with many chemical reactions going on. One that is most familiar is photosynthesis. What happens in photosynthesis is that stomata of leaves, it traps sunlight and it absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and roots of plants absorb water. From this it prepares carbohydrates, that is food, and it releases oxygen. Here we can see that carbon dioxide and water are next changed into carbohydrates and oxygen. New products are formed. Another example is that iron rust. You can see in your surroundings when iron is exposed to atmosphere, then it is attacked by oxygen. Then it is oxidized and it turns into iron rust, ferric oxide. Then let's start chemical reactions and equations. What is chemical reaction? In the last examples we observed that the reactants were converted into products, that is new substances were formed. In this process chemical reactions took place. How we need to identify a chemical reaction? We have certain following processes. We can identify a chemical reaction by change in state, that is one reactant which was in solid, liquid or gaseous state will change into another state. Like example is CO, that is carbon monoxide, which is gas. When it is reacted with H2, that is hydrogen, it is also a gas. Under 340 atm pressure, then it will form CH3OH, that is methyl alcohol. It is liquid. Now next is change in color. AgCl, that is silver chloride, which is silver in color. When it is passed through sunlight, then Ag, that is grey, silver will be formed. It will be grey in color. Then Cl2, that is chlorine gas is evolved. You can see the change in color. Now next, change in temperature. CaO, that is calcium oxide, which is solid. When it is mixed with water, then CaOH, that is calcium hydroxide is formed. Calcium hydroxide will release enormous amount of heat energy. Here change in temperature took place. Now next is change in evolution of gas, that is gas is released when a chemical reaction takes place. Now C, that is carbon, when it reacts with oxygen, that is gas, then it releases CO2, that is carbon dioxide. Here release in gas takes place. Now there are 5 types of chemical reactions. The first type is combination reaction. What is a combination reaction? It is a type of reaction in which 2 or more reactants combine to form a single product. Last example is, you have seen that is C, that is carbon, when it reacts with oxygen, CO2, that is carbon dioxide is formed. Another example we can give is that Mg, that magnesium, when it is burnt in air, it burns with a dazzling white flame, then it turns into magnesium oxide. Now decomposition reaction. It is a reaction in which a single component substance breaks down into 2 or more products. There are types of decomposition reaction. The first type is thermal decomposition. It is a reaction in which a single component is broken down into 2 or more products due to heat energy. It is mainly stressed on heat energy. Thermal. Example CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate. When calcium carbonate is heated, then CaO, that is quicklime, is formed. Along with it CO2 is released. CaCO3 has also a name limestone, and CaO has a name quicklime. Electrolytic decomposition. It is a reaction in which two or more components are found due to electricity. Example: water. When it is brought under electricity, then H2 gas that is formed, and another gas is that O2. These two gases are released. Now another reaction is photolytic decomposition. It is a reaction in which a single component breaks down into two or more products due to light energy. Example: you have observed this example before, that is AgCl. When it is brought under sunlight, then Ag plus Cl2 is formed. Another example is AgBr. When it is brought under sunlight, then Ag plus Br2 is formed. Now next reaction, that is displacement reaction. It is a reaction in which more reactive element will displace less reactive element from a compound. It basically takes place in metals. Like example is Fe, that is metal Fe, iron. When it reacts with CuSO4, copper sulfate, which is blue colored in solution, then FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, and Cu, that is copper, is formed. Ferrous sulfate will be formed as a pale green color, and Cu gets deposited on the Fe, and it forms a reddish brown color. Now the next reaction, that is double displacement reaction. It is a reaction in which exchange of ions between reactants takes place. Here there are two compounds. One is Na2SO4 and other is BaCl2. When they react, then BaSO4, that is barium sulfate, and sodium chloride are formed. Here exchange of ions are taking place between Na and Cl, and Ba and SO4. They mutually exchange their ions. Here you can study one more reaction in double displacement, that is precipitation reaction. It usually takes place when an insoluble substance is formed as a product. Here this reaction is also a precipitation reaction. BaSO4 is an insoluble substance which is formed as solid. The next reaction, that is redox reaction. Here oxidation and reduction, both processes takes place. The one that is oxidation is addition of oxygen and removal of H2. Here next reaction is reduction, addition of H2 and removal of O2. Example: CuO, that is copper oxide. When it is mixed with H2, then Cu, that is copper plus H2O, water, is formed. Here H2, that is hydrogen, is behaving as a reducing agent because it is displacing oxygen from CuO, and CuO, copper oxide, is behaving as a oxidizing agent because it is providing H2 oxygen for H2. Now next main reactions of heat are endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction. Reaction in which heat is absorbed is called as endothermic reaction. Example: CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate. When it is brought under heat, when it is passed by heat, then CaO, that is calcium oxide, and carbon dioxide is formed. Another reaction is exothermic reaction. It is a reaction in which heat is released. Example is Na, sodium. When it is mixed with HCl, hydrogen chloride, then NaCl, sodium chloride, and H2 gas is released. Along with it, enormous amount of heat is released. You can see the release of heat. This is a exothermic reaction. So let's start effect of oxidation. In your daily life, you might have observed that something reddish brown might have deposited on iron. What is that? That is corrosion. Why it happens? It happens because when metal is attacked by substances around it such as moisture, acids, etc., then it is said to corrode. Why it happens? It happens because when they come in contact with oxygen, then oxygen reacts with it and it forms a depositional layer. So example is that Fe plus O2, when it reacts, then rust is formed, Fe3O4, ferric oxide. Next is rancidity. When fats and oils are oxidized, they become rancid and their smell and taste change. Why it changes? Because it is due to oxidation. When oxygen reacts with fats and oils, then it changes their smell and foul smell is smelt. So how to prevent this? We can prevent this by using antioxidants. Antioxidants does not allow the oxygen to react with it, and flushing the nitrogen in chips packets. You might have saw that keeping food in airtight container will also help in preventing rancidity. So next we will go to combination reaction. I will show you some of the examples. Here you can observe that mercuric oxide when is formed when mercury plus oxygen, when it is burnt in air, then mercuric oxide is formed. You can see the reaction 2Hg plus O2 is equal to HgO. Other examples are Na2 plus H2, that is sodium plus water. When sodium is added with water, then sodium hydroxide is formed. When lithium is added with lithium is reacted with oxygen, then lithium oxide is formed. Other example is Mg, magnesium. When it reacts with oxygen around it, when it is burnt in air, then it burns with a dazzling white flame and it forms a magnesium oxide. Next is H2 plus Cl2. When they are reacted, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, is formed. So let's start decomposition reaction. It is a reaction in which a single compound breaks down into two or more reactants. Example AgCl, silver chloride. You can see here it is silver chloride. When sunlight is passed through silver chloride, then silver and chlorine gas is released. Other examples are hydrogen peroxide. When sunlight is passed through hydrogen peroxide, then water and oxygen gas is evolved. Mercuric oxide. When heat is passed through mercuric oxide, then mercury and oxygen gas is evolved. Silver oxide. When heat is passed through silver oxide, then silver and oxygen gas is evolved. The next reaction is displacement reaction. Here a reactant displaces another reactant from a compound. It basically takes place in metals. Example is that this is CuSO4, copper sulfate solution. It is blue colored in solution. When Fe is dipped in CuSO4, that is iron is dipped in CuSO4, then Cu, that is copper, is deposited on the iron and FeSO4 is formed. It is pale green in color, and reddish brown, which is Cu, is deposited on the Fe. Fe plus CuSO4 is equal to Cu plus FeSO4. This is a displacement reaction. Fe, which is more active, displacing the Cu from the compound. Other examples are aluminium plus copper sulfate. When they are reacted, then aluminium sulfate plus copper are formed. When lead, that is reacted with CuSO4, then lead sulfate and copper are formed. When Mg is reacted with CuSO4, then MgSO4 and Cu is formed. Next reaction, that is double displacement reaction. In this reaction, inter-exchange of group of atoms or ions takes place. The best example is Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. When it is reacted with BaCl2, then barium sulfate and sodium chloride are formed. Here you can see Na sodium and SO4. Na exchanges its atoms or ions with Cl and SO4 with Ba, and the reactants are converted to products. Other examples are sodium hydroxide. When it is reacted with ammonium sulfate, then ammonium hydroxide and sodium sulfate is formed. When barium hydroxide plus H2SO4 are reacted, then BaSO4, that is barium sulfate, and H2O, water, is left behind. You can also study the precipitation reaction, that is in which an insoluble substance is left behind. Here BaSO4 was the insoluble substance. The next reaction is redox reaction. In this reaction, oxidation and as well as reduction takes place. What happens in oxidation reaction is that addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen takes place. Here you can observe that A plus B, that is one compound or element, when it is reacted with other, then oxidation, that is loss of electrons takes place, and B, when it is reacted with A, then gain of electrons, that is reduction, takes place. That means hydrogen is added or oxygen is removed. The best examples are CO, that is copper oxide. When it reacts with hydrogen, then Cu, that is copper, and water is formed. Here you can observe that CO, that is copper oxide, is it is reduced, then H2, that is hydrogen, is oxidized. CO, it is acting as a reducing agent, then H2, it is CO is acting as a oxidizing agent and H2 is acting as a reducing agent. The next example you can give is that Fe3O4. Ferric oxide, when it reacts with hydrogen, then iron, that is iron, is formed, and H2, water, is left. Balancing chemical equation. I have brought you a easy trick for balancing a chemical equation with an example. When equations are wrote in words, then it is called a word equation. Example, hydrogen plus oxygen is equal to water. This is a word equation. When a reaction is not balanced, it is called a skeleton equation. Why we need to balance a chemical equation? Because we need to follow the law of conservation of mass. It means that total mass of reactants should be equal to total mass of products. Here you can observe the reaction is unbalanced. So to balance this, so let's start balancing a chemical equation. It is an easy trick. First, write the alphabets in the order of all the before all the elements as the coefficients. I have written A, B, C. You can see the number of atoms of hydrogen is 2 and number of atoms of oxygen is also 2, and in product side number of atoms of hydrogen is 2 and number of atoms of oxygen is 1, which is not balanced. So we need to balance it. First, Compare the number of atoms in left hand side with RHS. See the hydrogens. The number of atoms is 2, so write it as 2A, and number of atoms in RHS of hydrogen is also 2, so also it is 2C. So next is see the atoms of oxygen. Here the number of atoms in LHS of oxygen is 2, and number of atoms of oxygen in RHS is 1, so we can write it as 2B is equal to C. Now take any value of coefficient as 1. Let us take it as 1 as A is equal to 1. Now substitute the value of in equation 1. 2 is equal to 2C, that is C is equal to 1. We will get the value of C is equal to 1, A is equal to 1 and C is equal to 1. Now substitute the value of B in equation 2. We will get it as 2B is equal to 1, that is B is equal to 1 by 2. Now we got the balanced equation, but the oxygen has coefficient as fractional, so we need to convert into whole number. We can convert into whole number by multiplying it by 2. If we multiply the whole equation by 2, then we get the balanced chemical equation. 2H2 plus O2 is equal to 2H2O. So finally we completed the balanced chemical equation. You can download the mind map in the description given below. Thank you, and please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new notifications of new videos.